Hi, Joyce at Delightful Quilting and Sewing, a quilting dealer in Avon, New York. I want to show you something right up here. This is my weather monitor, a high of 86 today and 90% humidity. And we aren't even to June yet. So my title of today's Tech Tuesday is It's the Weather. And believe it or not, it really is. So today was a day that you might want the air conditioning on, or you might want the fan on, or both of them. And what does all of this have to do with quilting? What does the weather have to do with the quilting? You know, they blame everything on the weather. Well, here's one more thing that we can blame on the weather. A few years back, I had a call from a customer who was in Canada, and she said everything was working perfectly yesterday. No problems, no tension issues. My machine was quilting beautifully. Today, I can't get that to work at all. I've adjusted, and I cannot get my tension to be good. And it just isn't sewing. So I asked her a question. I said, where's your machine? She said, in the basement. I said, do you have a dehumidifier? And the reason I asked her was, it was hot weather, even hotter than this. It was been in the 90s for several days, and the humidity kept going up. And so she said, yeah, I have a dehumidifier down there, but my husband turned it off because he wanted to save the energy. I said, go turn it on. So she did. Well, long story short, a few days later, she emailed me, and she said, guess what? I'm back quilting, and I didn't even have to make any more adjustments. I put it back to the way it was, and I'm stitching perfectly. Yes, the weather does affect your long arm quilting. Why? Because cotton fabric, oftentimes cotton batting, either pure cotton batting, 100%, or maybe an 80-20 or a 70-30 blend of cotton. One other piece of the variable is the thread. Now, sometimes we may be using a polyester, like Superior So Fine, or we may be using 100% cotton, like this one right here, Cairo Quilt, which is 100% cotton. Cotton, cotton, cotton. And being a natural fiber, they all absorb, the cotton absorbs the moisture right out of the air. So when the moisture goes up and it's more in the atmosphere than it is in your quilting studio, your space, your cotton is going to absorb some of that moisture right out of the air. And yes, it does affect the quality of your stitching. It affects how your thread goes through the whole system and through the needle and through the batting, which if it's cotton, and your fabric, which is all cotton. So it does affect all of these things. Just think about wearing a cotton t-shirt on a hot, steamy day, and it gets a little sweaty. You know, that moisture doesn't go very far. It doesn't evaporate away because the humidity is too high in the air, and it affects that fiber. Well, it affects your stitching too. So, bottom line of all this, there may be some days when you try as you may to get that tension to work for you. If it's hot, if it's sticky, the humidity is high, and you just can't get it to work, walk away. Just walk away. Go get a nice cold drink or something else. Go sit down, put your feet up, just relax. Go back to it when the temperature changes, when the air conditions change, and your humidity level goes back down. You'll be surprised. The weather really does affect our quilting. So that's it for Tech Tuesday today. I know hot days are coming. It's, after all, the end of May. Have a great time this next week over the Memorial Day weekend, and see you next time on Tech Tuesday.